Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Locks of the Day podcast. This is episode number 24. I'm here once again with Zach and Andrew. We're here to lock you in for the football playoff weekend. Right here, all the locks, all in one spot. We're not missing. Thursday, we had a special podcast for obviously just all sports on Thursday. We went plus 9.4 units on that, so I hope you tailed that. We made some big bucks on that one. Swept college basketball. We went 2-1 for NHL. And then we went 1-1 for tennis and NBA, but still profiting overall. That's the main thing. So anyways, we'll kick it right off into our NFL playoff 3-star. And Andrew, you got it. So let's go.
Yes, sir. Be doing a little teaser here for the Ravens-Bills game. We're gonna take the Ravens +7 and under 60.5. It's a -155. That's on Fanatic Sportsbook. But personally, I like the Ravens to win this game outright. Baltimore's offense is by far the best in the league, solely because they can count on Henry to get at least 100 yards rushing and a quick 50 from Mr. Jackson. That duo is just absolutely lethal. And Lamar's been having his best passing year by far. Sixth in the league in passing yards, second in touchdowns, with 41 and only 4 interceptions, and had the best passer rating this season, during the regular season. But what this game will come down to is defense, and the Ravens are going to make Allen throw a shit ton earlier. They're going to try to. Ravens were the best against the run, only allowing 80 yards a game. And when the Ravens and Bills played earlier this year and during the regular season, Bills running back James Cook only rushed for 39 yards, and Allen only had 21. So running the ball just simply wasn't an option, and Ravens held the Bills to only 10 points. So Ravens, on the other hand, they just let Henry loose. That dude had fucking 200 yards, one rushing TD and one passing touchdown. So, or one receiving touchdown. Like Henry just went crazy. So he's going to be a tough man to start or stop. Um, and I don't see the Ravens scoring that much this time. They had 35 points against the Bills. Uh, there's going to be a little weather. Going to be a little weather in Buffalo. Going to be cold. It's going to be cold as a bitch down there. It's only going to be like, I think they said like 10 degrees with some wind. So probably getting closer to zero. That could slow the game down a lot. Could see a lot of rushing and a lot of punting tonight. So I like the Ravens +7, under 60. It's a lot of points. -155, so lock that in for a little 3-star. Swing that right over to Zach. He's got another one for you.
Yeah, so our other 3 stars also going to be a teaser as well. We're doing Houston +16 and the Rams +14. That comes out to a -133. It's a weird one on Fanatics as well. Uh, this one, pretty self-explanatory. These two teams have played each other already in the regular season. Chiefs have already beaten the Texans by 8 points, which is why the spread was put to 8 points already for this game. Uh, I love the Texans in this game. The Texans are coming off a good win against Chargers in the wild card round. A lot of times too, when these teams come in, coming off that bye, they start off slow. And this is a new game that the Texans have to come out and win. They just have to cover their 16 points. And they played the Chiefs hard the first time. One thing that really works out with a lot of these teams when they come into the playoffs or when they come in is that the team that loses has better preparation for when they have to play the team that they've already lost to. And that's why we also, in this case, we like the Texans. They have a slight edge because now they're prepared for Patrick Mahomes. They're prepared for their run game. They're prepared for the defense. And only an 8-point loss. I think they're going to make this one really close. They might even have a chance to win it. And that's why we swing it over to their Rams +14. It's going to be the same thing. Saquon torched these guys for like 250 yards, like midway through the season, beat them by 17. But this was a much different Rams team from what you saw X amount of weeks ago to what you're seeing now. And same thing, their spread right now is 6.5 to 7, and they don't have to win. They have to just keep it close enough, keep it to that 14 points. And the Rams, with a fully healthy offense, look a lot different. One of the best running backs in the league, solid quarterback, two of the best wide receivers in the league. And defensively, they're ready. They look a lot better defensively. They're going to come at you with a solid O-line, pretty good depth at linebacker, and solid corners. And the Eagles did not look that good against the Packers that week. I think they got very lucky that Jordan Love kind of has Well, he's not all there. So sorry for Jordan Love, but he had a rough one. But yeah, I mean, they were lucky that they held the Packers at 10 points, but they couldn't stop Josh Jacobs. They were really bad against the run, and I think Kyron Williams is going to have a big game. So as long as we keep it close enough for our teaser, plus 16 for Houston, plus 14 for the Rams, minus 133, everything should be good. So 2-star is going to be De'Ami Brown, 3+ receptions at a minus 160. This is going to be in the Lions and Commanders game. This De'Ami Brown pick has hit in the last 5 weeks now. I think one of the things that you're going to see, and it's going to be most important in this playoff game, is you're going to see what you saw last week in Tampa. Terry McLaurin is going to be covered like crazy. And that means that if Terry McLaurin's going to be covered, it's going to open up everyone else on that Commanders offense. So, I mean, even though Terry ended up with about 70 to 80 yards, De'Ami Brown had 90. And De'Ami Brown has been getting 4, 3, 4, 3, 5 in receptions every single week. That's pretty good placement. And I think in this game, too, he's going up against Amon-Ra St. Brown, who St. Brown has said, well, they drafted De'Ami Brown over me. So these two are going to go head to head. They're going to want to prove who's better than the other. And in a playoff game like this, especially for the Commanders, a team that can make very little mistakes, they need all hands on deck. So they're going to need a good 4 to 5 receptions from De'Ami Brown to make this one close and make this one a good game. So I think De'Ami Brown plus 3 receptions, I would wish the value was a little bit better, but a minus 160 for our 2-star is pretty good. So we'll swing that one over to you, Angela.
Lock it in, Ken, and I'll actually stick with the same game, with the Commanders-Lions game, going a little 2-star. Commanders versus Lions over 62.5 at a plus 210 on FanDuel. This game's normal over-under is set at 55.5, which is one of the highest of the entire season for a reason. Lions are first in points per game with 33.2, and the Commanders are fifth with 28.2. So I expect this game to just be an absolute shootout. Detroit's house is going to obviously be rocking with the Lions just going bananas. I mean, everyone's going to be going nuts in their atmosphere. Wild playoff football for Detroit. Come on. Also, don't forget, David Montgomery is back. He opted out of surgery, and he is now playing this game, and he is like a minus 150 to score. So, I mean, he's probably going to score. That's just what he does. Lions have way too much firepower and offense to not be scoring a lot. I mean, you got Amon-Ra, you got Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Sam Laporta. Don't be surprised if nearly all of them score realistically. And then on the other hand, I'll just say Daniels can produce, period. I mean, the dude's a stud. Also, the Commanders have a pretty high-powered offense. Or no, my bad. When the Commanders have played a high-powered offense like the Eagles, the game hit 69 points. And then when they played another high-powered offense like the Bengals, that game hit 71 points. So simply, like I said, it's just going to be a shootout here. 2-star Commanders versus the Lions. A little alternative over 62.5 at a plus 210. You boys got anything else for playoffs weekend?
All set.
That locks us in for football. Don't forget it. Make sure you get those locks in. Starts today, Saturday, and then we're rolling in tomorrow. Let's keep them hot, fellas. But thank you for tuning in to Locks of the Day podcast, number 24. Quick little pod, but we'll see you next Thursday. Peace.